Hello everyone and welcome back to the FRC Historian. Today I'm going to be talking about the Lansing 2016 district. You might be wondering why. I got a comment in one of my biggest upset videos from a mentor of 5234 the Marauder bots, specifically concerning this district as an upset where he was very excited on the result. So in the Lansing 2016 district, for some background knowledge, the number one seed at the end of qualifiers was 1684 the Chimeras. And they went on to pick their first pick, 2612 the Corsairs, and then 1504 for their second pick. Now the 8th Alliance, the first robot on the 8th Alliance, the captain of the 8th Alliance was 5222, Jack in the Box. Now they had already won a district as a second pick earlier, and they didn't want to give up just yet. So they picked 5234, the aforementioned Marauder bots, and then 5260 as their second pick. Now what's interesting is that 5222 could shoot, but they were an amazing defense bot for 2016 standards. And when you watch the quarterfinals, as we will, you'll see that they actually won both the quarterfinals, and the first one actually getting both ranking points in elims, back when elim ranking points weren't a joke. And what you see overall in this competition is that 5222 knew how to play defense, because 1684 the Chimeras were a good shooter. They'd hit every once in a they'd be able to hit pretty consistently with a few missed shots, but the thing about them was if you touched them, they could not shoot. They couldn't shoot at all, and then their partners also couldn't shoot if they were interfered with. So 5222 sacrificed their abilities to shoot and instead went to directly interfere with 1684 shooting, as well as their alliance partners. And what you see is that 5222 played effective enough defense such that in the first match, they only were able to shoot a handful of boulders. The first alliance, anyway. And the 8th Alliance in the first match actually were able to sink all 8 to secure themselves the breach. And what's interesting is the 8th Alliance couldn't shoot high, they could only shoot low ball. And yet the 8th Alliance won 141 to 100, and then 105 to 56. In the first match, they were able to out-defense their opponents, and were able to win with 2 ranking points as opponents to 1. One of my favorite things about this was the Marauder bot's little finger that they used to do the Cheval de Frise. One of my favorite ways to solve it. In the second match, the Chimeras broke during autonomous period, where their actual shooter collapsed. Their thing that they grabbed boulders would collapsed, and they got a penalty for it, and they couldn't score for the rest of the match, leaving 2 robots to go up against 3, making the Blue Alliance win once again. And although in the semifinals they did win their first match, they ultimately lost to the Red Alliance and to the Blue Alliance of the 4th rank, who would go on to lose to the Comets in the 2nd rank. So why I highlighted this quarterfinal was interesting because, like the commenter said, the 5234 and 1684 were rivals, and whenever you have that first ranked position, you have that idea of authority where you think you're going to beat it no matter what, but that doesn't always happen. And even if the 8th Alliance doesn't go on to win, it is still fun nonetheless to watch the 1st Alliance, a robot who was able to win almost every single qualification match, pick their number 1 pick, and still lose nonetheless. So I hope you learned this. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you saw the strategy involved in the 2016 game. And I want you to know that when I first envisioned this project, I thought of the idea of, if you ever have any ideas of what you want to know for First History, if you have any ideas of games or competitions you want me to predict, any idea of any robots you want me to look at, you want to know how many 5th Alliance winners there were in 2007, anything random like that, just let me know and I'll make a video covering it. Thank you for listening.